You're about to blow an extra few $100 on all-terrain tires, and the salesman at the counter, he's betting on it. Take a look. A set of Falcon Wild Peaks costs you around $600. The big name pair sitting up front, $900 easy. But here's the twist. Set them next to each other and the rubber, the tread pattern, even the plant they came out of, all match up. The name stamped on the sidewall, that's all that sets them apart. 5 all-terrain brands sit on the bottom shelf. Stick around for all of them, plus the 4 quick tests you can run on any tire to tell a real deal from a bad buy. Number 1. Kumho Road Venture. Kumho still gets labeled the cheap Korean tire. That reputation falls apart the moment you check who actually trusts the company. Founded in South Korea in 1960, Kumho supplies original equipment tires to BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Hyundai. A German automaker doesn't gamble a factory contract on rubber that can't perform. The Road Venture AT52 balances wet road grip, dirt traction, and a severe snow rating. The engineering already cleared a BMW inspection. Here's the number that matters. About $180 a tire, 20 to 40% under a comparable Michelin or Bridgestone all-terrain. You're just skipping the badge. Number 2. Cooper Discoverer. Cooper still carries the reputation of your grandfather's tire. Something changed in 2021 that a lot of shoppers still haven't connected. Goodyear bought Cooper, $2.5 billion. Cooper stayed Cooper. Goodyear just kept the lights on behind it and kept the pricing where it always was. The Discoverer AT3 runs quiet on the highway, tows confidently, and handles gravel and light off-road without complaint. Here's the comparison. Against a Goodyear Wrangler, Cooper typically runs about $60 less per tire, in the exact same size. Same manufacturing muscle, a different name doing the asking. Before the rest of the list, one thing about how this channel runs. No tire company pays us. No sponsorships, no paid placements. Every tire here earned its spot by clearing the same 4 checks. First, the treadwear rating on the sidewall. Around 300 is balanced life. 500 and up lasts long. Anything near 200 wears out fast, no matter what the price tag promises. Second, the load index and speed rating. It has to match or beat your door jam sticker. Below that number, you don't have a bargain. You have a safety problem wearing a discount. Third, who actually owns the name? Continental, Michelin, Goodyear, or Hankook behind a brand means real engineering, hiding under a smaller badge. No traceable owner means slow down. Fourth, the DOT date code. 4 digits for the week and year built. Rubber age is sitting still, whether it's mounted or sitting in a warehouse. Run those 4, and the premium tire markup disappears instantly. Starting with a name people misjudge completely, the next name gets skipped for the opposite reason. Nobody's even heard of it. Number 3, General Grabber. Most people walk past General because it looks like the budget option. That's exactly why it stays one of the best bargains in the category. General is owned by Continental, one of the biggest tire manufacturers on earth, and a name most Grabber buyers never connect to what they just bought. Years of Continental research filter down into General's lineup once the expensive development is already paid for. Not a knockoff, trickle-down engineering. The Grabber A/TX carries the 3-peak mountain snowflake rating in many sizes, holds up on gravel and mud, and stays quiet for an aggressive tread. Here's the proof. In a common truck size, it runs around $140. A comparable Continental all-terrain runs closer to $180. Continental engineering, hidden under a badge most people walk straight past. And General isn't even the biggest name quietly hiding a giant parent company on this list. Number 4, Laufenn. Laufenn is one of those names people skip because they've never heard it. That's exactly why it stays under the radar while smarter shoppers quietly buy it. Laufenn uses Hankook's primary technical development centers in Germany, sharing the exact same R&D infrastructure as the 7th largest tire maker on Earth, minus the premium sticker. The X-Fit AT delivers solid everyday traction and predictable handling, built on the same engineering approach that made Hankook a major automaker supplier. Here's the math. Against a comparable Hankook Dynapro all-terrain, a full set often runs well over $100 less. Same playbook as Laufenn's highway tires. Same result on a truck tire. The next one changes the shape of this whole list. No parent company, no badge to hide behind. Number 5, Toyo Open Country. Toyo takes a completely different route than the corporate giants. Built in Japan since 1945, it earned its reputation through grueling off-road racing and championship short-course trucks long before entering the mainstream retail market. The Open Country A/T3 carries the severe snow rating and stays composed on the highway. It runs about $180 a tire, well below a comparable BF Goodrich or Michelin all-terrain, while matching them on tread life and towing manners. No parent company subsidizing the price, just an independent competing on engineering instead of badge. Back to the giants hiding in plain sight. The next one's parent doesn't just build tires, it engineers Porsches. Number 6. Nexen Roadian. Nexen still gets dismissed as another cheap Korean tire. Here's what most people miss standing at the shelf. Nexen supplies original equipment tires to Porsche, BMW, Audi, Hyundai, and Kia. More than 80 vehicle models, including the Porsche Macan and Cayenne. Now think about that. Porsche doesn't gamble its handling on a tire that can't hold up. The Roadian ATX runs about $130 a tire, quiet enough for the daily commute, capable enough that a weekend trail doesn't feel like a compromise. A Porsche-vetted tire at a third of what the badge upstairs would cost you. The next parent company isn't European. It's a Japanese name-funding research most independent brands can't afford to run. Number 7. Falcon Wild Peak. A lot of people still write Falcon off as a budget brand. The reality is in the mold design. The Wild Peak A/T4W uses an engineered upper sidewall block and a specialized silica compound designed to resist chunking under heavy rock loads technology, usually reserved for premium Tier 1 heavy-duty lines. It carries the severe snow rating and grips confidently in the wet. Look at the receipts. About $160 a tire against roughly $220 for a comparable BF Goodrich KO3. $60 a tire, same segment, same snow rating. That's Sumitomo's R&D budget working in your favor instead of the shareholders. 2 tires left, and I promised you one true exception. Here it is. Number 8. Salin Terramax. Here's the exception, and it's worth being completely honest about it, because that honesty is how you tell a gold mine from a trap. Salin isn't backed by Michelin, Continental, or Goodyear. It's independent. No shared premium engineering riding underneath the price. Some owners report more road noise as the tire ages. That's real, and it's the trade you're making going in. The Terramax A/T runs around $110 a tire, hundreds less across a full set than premium options, with real gravel, mud, and snow capability. If you'd rather replace a cheaper tire a little sooner than pay double for a name, that's a calculated trade, not a desperate one. Last one, and this is the ownership nobody standing in the aisle actually knows. Number 9. Firestone Destination. Firestone gets overlooked because shoppers jump straight to Bridgestone. Here's the irony. Firestone is owned by Bridgestone, has been since 1988, decades longer than most buyers standing in the aisle realize. You're already buying from the same company. You're just choosing which name goes on the invoice. The Destination A/T2 delivers smooth highway manners, dependable light off-road capability, and long tread life. And the math backs it up. About $150 a tire, roughly $30 to $40 under a comparable Bridgestone dueler. Bridgestone's actual manufacturing footprint hidden behind a quieter name doing all the saving.